field of children's developmental psychology was still in its stages of infancy when Dr. Harry Harlow carried out the Rhesus monkey experiments in 1957. At the time these experiments were conducted, the domineering theory for infants' behavior is that they really only cared for their mothers because they provided warmth, food, and shelter to them. Nothing else was needed to apparently raise a child into adulthood. But these experiments, although pretty morally questionable and frankly unethical, proved that idea wrong. My name is Yesenia Banuelos. I go to Bryn Mawr, and this is my Foundations of Psychology class at Dr. Sam Fortin. But let's talk about another doctor, Dr. Harlow. Dr. Harlow had intended only to study the lifespan of rhesus monkeys when he developed a breeding colony in 1932. From this colony, he observed that rhesus monkey babies who were separated from their mothers were psychologically maladapted. He noticed that they were really aggressive and that they were always really socially awkward all the time and they cowered in fear, but they really clung to their soft claws as a sort of surrogate mother that provided warmth in these really trying times. From this, he was inspired to design two surrogate mothers to raise isolated baby monkeys from the colony in 1958. All of this was to answer the question, is a mother only what she can provide to a child? These were the designs for the two different surrogate mothers. The one on the left is made from the soft cloth, which provides comfort and security to the monkeys, but it has no feeding tube attached. However, the one on the right has no cloth, but it does have a feeding tube. Both of these things were kind of demonstrated as one has a non-necessary tool for survival and the other one obviously does. However, some of the observations from this experiment were really interesting. The monkeys only interacted with the wire mother for food, but otherwise kept consistent contact with the cloth mother for security for up to 22 hours in a day. When the monkeys were placed into a new environment or encountered something frightening, they ran to the cloth mother for security. Never once was the food mother, the wire and wood mother, ever really interacted with outside of its basic function to provide food. When there was no mother to run to, the monkeys sucked their thumbs, they cowered in fear, they cried, they screamed, and these monkeys eventually had digestive problems and grew into aggressive adults. Some of the conclusions from this experiment was obviously that the behavioral theory of attachment was wrong, and that comfort is actually a primary drive for survival just as important as food or shelter or warmth, and that infants don't really feel an attachment just for that reason. They crave genuine love and care, and the monkeys going up to the cloth mother for that care is really basic proof of that. All of this really kind of boils down to the very basic and groundbreaking idea that to be emotionally neglected as a child ultimately creates an impact on adult mental health.